Hello again. Welcome back to... Hello. Welcome to space. Today I will be showing you the most beautiful strategies in Valorant in tier list form. However, this is forbidden knowledge, so most of this is incredibly cursed and others are just downright funky. We will be starting from F tier, and we'll slowly make our way up to S. Maybe, if we're feeling extra spicy, we'll go even beyond that. Now keep in mind, I am Giga Chad Brain, which means everything on this list is completely factual and can't be disputed against. To start us off in the bottom of F tier, we have one of the greatest sins imaginable, thinking. I don't care that you have a bunch of knowledge and whatnot, it's not gonna get you a Lamborghini, just chill out, you're making the game incredibly The second one on the list is going to be Cipher, because the only way to play him is by thinking, and as you all know, let's say it together guys, thinking is... Now, the next one on the list is going to be... Huh?
Do you have a big PP? Do you want everyone to know it? Go to shop.bigppenergy.ca and get yourself beautiful Big PP merch. We have hoodies, we have shirts, we even have fucking water bottles. Go to shop.bigppenergy.ca right now to show off your massive PP.
Next on our list is the long-range opper. Now I'm sure you know someone like this. Maybe you are someone like this. This is the kind of person who sits in the back of the map all game, misses every single bullet, and then yells at their team for being bad. Theoretically, it should be like when a spider goes into the shower and you blast it away. But instead, they just die. And the final item in F tier is people who hold shift all the time. Like, I don't even have to explain this. Come on, Timmy. They aren't gonna fucking hear you. You're in Narnia. Just let go of it. Run. We need you. Now, to start us off in the bottom of E tier, we have crouching. Crouching is down here because you'd expect it to do something a little like this, just pulling a Neo from the Matrix. Instead, what you get is this. Up next is baiting. If you don't know what baiting is, basically, it's when someone watches their teammate die while chuckling in the corner saying, "I'm in danger." Like that one kid on the school bus that was on fire in whatever cartoon that was, I don't even remember. I can't be asked to remember, cause fuck baiting. So after I recorded that, I decided to look for the actual meme so I could put it into the video. Turns out I combined two memes, and it's these two. I am Galaxy Brain. Oh, you motherfucker, you're actually baiting the whole tier list. Well, fuck you. Anyways, moving on to the next one in D tier. Our first game mode on the list is Escalation. Escalation is basically like deathmatch, except one team has knives and the other has rocket launchers. And no matter how far ahead you are, by the time you reach the knife, the other team will always catch up, and it's just pain. Next up is lurking. I'm not even gonna talk about this, just... yeah, this is where it goes. I hate people who lurk so much that I'm not gonna take the time to make a cool animation, it's just going into E. Next up is Skye. Skye is awful. I tried playing as her, and the issue isn't that I sucked as her, because I was god tier. I knew exactly how to use her, 100%. And it isn't that I'm awful at the game either. Sign me up for esports, because look at this, I am great.
Bird noises.
Next up we have Astra. With abilities like smoking, fake smoking, and Guac Guac 9000, you'd expect her to be a lot higher up in the tier list. But she also requires brain power and just thinking. So the only reason she's not F tier is because of the Guac Guac 9000. To start us off in D tier, we have Killjoy. Her whole gimmick is having robots that fight for her. She has a turret that'll shoot you. Pew pew. And half the time on a pistol round, you're just fucked and you have to turn around to go away. And when it shoots you, she knows exactly where you are because it's looking at you. And if that's not enough, she has an alarm bot that if you walk over it, it just tells her that you're there. And then her grenades will actually murder you. Is she good? Hell yeah. But she's kind of boring to play, so yeah, that's why she's on D tier. Next in the list is Breach. His whole gimmick is being annoying as fuck because all of his abilities goes through walls. No matter where you are, he's just gonna smack you because somehow they all know exactly where you are. And it's just, my ego hurts. Please, stop. Next up we have the Stinger. Essentially, the Stinger is Valorant's equivalent to teabagging in Halo. It's basically like going around with a massive sign on your back saying, I am better than you. To end off D tier, we have the Russian, and you can tell he's Russian, not only because of his accent and his character bio, but also because he just runs into a fucking gunfight with a bow and arrow. He gives zero shits. No matter where you are on the map, he will have some lineup memorized, hit you with a shock dart that went to Narnia and back. He is a complete badass, but he requires thinking, which is why he's down here. If his character required less knowledge, he would have been S tier guaranteed. But that's not the case. Sova, fuck you. Now we're at C tier, but C tier's very mid, so there's nothing much to say about any of them. So we're just gonna rapid fire through these. Next up we have KO. KO's basically only in the game for when Valorant players decide to invite their CSGO friends to play. Next up we have Omen. Approach Omens with extreme caution because the odds of your back breaking his knife are incredibly high. With abilities like smoking, blinding, and teleporting, it's incredibly easy to be caught off guard. Sticking with the spooky vibe, we have Fade. Fade's abilities consist of balls, and a weird long ball that hunts people down. Basically, don't touch her balls or else you'll be in danger. Next up is Brimstone. Brimstone has a bunch of abilities that each come from some massive space satellite that is above us. He also has a pack of 5 gum that lets him stimulate your senses whenever you need it. Overall, pretty pog. And now we're at B tier, where B stands for bitches because everyone in the tier have bitches. Next up is the one and only Yoru. He radiates similar energy to Xbox Live kids who are lined up to sleep with your mother. After Yoru becomes your friend, he'll go into your house, make a clone of himself that sits around looking like he's not busy, then he'll teleport into your mother's bedroom and use his special flash bang. After that we have Neon, who has similar objectives as Yoru, except she's much less discreet. Instead of teleporting in and just you not knowing, she will concuss you and then slide into her DMs while you're still watching. And now Raze, who instead of fucking your mother, is trying to fuck you. I did subtitles this far into my video and now I decided that I don't want to do them because it's a pain. So no more subtitles for you guys, nerds. And now we're in A. Oh, thank you Sage for the res. For that you'll be starting off A tier. Viper, you're going down to F. Next up is an agent who's so hot that he's used by families in the winter to bring warmth into their homes when they can't afford a fireplace. Up next we have the calling card for every single smurf in Valorant. Basically she got A tier because of the amount of simps voting for her. To start off S tier we have the most legendary of all the game modes, Snowball Fight. Have you ever wanted to feel like you were a true Canadian? Well, Snowball Fight lets you do that, because you go around on skates, jumping 3 buildings high, and you blast people in the face with your balls. Your snowballs. And the last three are kind of all paired together, because it has to do with Chad opping, which, unlike long-range opping, you aren't camping at the back of a site, you're charging in like if you have a shotgun, and you just quickscope people before they can even react. And the two agents, Chamber and Jet, are ideal for this because of basically get out of jail free cards. This just makes you feel like the ultimate Giga Chad. So that's the end of the tier list. I did want to make it go a lot further, but I set an unrealistic deadline on this thing, so this is where it ends. Should have been a lot longer, and had a segment at the end, but unrealistic deadline. Here it is. Next video I'm taking a lot more time on, don't expect it in a week, maybe not even 2, but it's gonna be good. So, make sure to subscribe, give this a video a like. Give this a video a... what the fuck kind of sentence was that? Anyways, give the video a like, make sure to subscribe, and yeah, have a good day, you attractive individuals.